Welcome my top 10 people I would trust with my last slice of pizza. Please remember this is not financial advice. As we predicted, Bitcoin closed yesterday with a green candle. Price pushed above both the 21-day EMA and the 200-week SMA. It ran into resistance right at last week's open, got rejected, came back down to test the 21-day EMA, and right now is just dancing around that all-important 200-week SMA. On the monthly liquidation heat map, we are still seeing some liquidity sitting above price that could fuel another push higher. However, there's a very large cluster of liquidity building up just underneath the yearly low. That's something we need to keep a close eye on. It looks like the classic summer bounce is starting to play out. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if the bears try to show up again once we get into the $63,000 to $66,000 zone. Bitcoin's volatility index closed yesterday with a red candle and has been trending lower overall. Lower volatility is generally bullish for Bitcoin, especially after the recent chop. But here's the catch, the candles on the DVOL chart have been getting smaller each day. This suggests that the decline in volatility might be starting to slow down. We're also still trading below the short-term holder realized price, which means short-term holders are still underwater on average. On a more positive note, ETF flows have finally turned positive again after Bitcoin had a strong Friday. The US dollar is currently testing last week's low, and that's the key level I'm watching. If that level holds, the dollar could remain bullish. But if it breaks below it, I think there's room for further downside. Under normal circumstances, that would likely become a buying opportunity for the dollar. However, recent comments suggesting that inflation is coming down could change that outlook. The cost basis profit-loss ratio still hasn't entered the red zone, signaling bearish structure and capitulation risk. No buy signal yet from Bitcoin's on-chain risk composite, which combines several on-chain metrics into a single risk score from 0 to 1. So what do you think? Has Bitcoin truly bottomed? Or is the real capitulation still ahead? Let me know in the comments. Have a nice day. Bye.